Good evening. Where are we going to be? Ireland again? I imagine Ireland. Assuming it spins up our world. Ireland it is. There we go. Right, I'm going to carry on with this thing. Not quite sure how far back I'm going to take it yet. Oop. Well, at least that far back, apparently. Okay. Quartz in the floor. Oops. And then iron. Oops. Okay. Did it again. I was trying to get a tidy run through there then. Not that it matters, but donk. Don't forget to put the lights in. Damn it. Ah, I'm going to do that first. Definitely needs to go a lot further back, doesn't it? I think rather than doing it one bit at a time, let's just kind of hollow it out, get a feel for how far back I want to go. This one. It's weird, I keep hearing footsteps behind me, almost like my footsteps are delayed, or it's deliberately echoing them or something. It's actually weirdly creepy.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Hey sus, how's it going? God, I actually miss that. I do actually genuinely miss that. I thought I really liked that game anyway, but playing it through again this year just got me so hooked. How has your Friday been?
I'm all right, one of the law firms replied saying he'll get back to me next week, so I'm assuming it's not going to be another rejection.
Ooh, fingers crossed. How hard is it to give people free labour?
I mean, if it was a no he would have already just said so, right?
You would hope so, yeah. You would hope so. I mean, at the very least, what I'd hope for in that situation is if it ends up being a rejection, it will be a rejection with some reasoning. You know, you could at least ask, was there anything that wasn't suitable in my application? You know, that kind of thing. You would hope it would be a considered rejection. I think it's raining.
True, maybe
It
he
is.
was already outside with bitter balls and a beer in the sun.
Although, in that case, you'd think he just would not bother replying, right? Until next week. Or he'd get an intern to do it. Sure, it's going to
How
work
was
out.
your day? Is it warm there as well?
It's a good question. It's what? About 18 degrees outside now, apparently. Let me think. Yeah, I went for a walk to the supermarket at lunchtime, and yeah, it was reasonably warm. It was very cloudy, but reasonably warm. Yeah, I didn't wear a jacket or anything. I was just walking in my t-shirt. It was actually quite interesting here as well. I'm a little intrigued as to what was going on because I didn't hear anything. I was working all morning. Didn't hear any kind of commotion. But when I went outside to walk up to town to go to the supermarket, there was a police car just outside my place. Another police car. So I live like on a little estate that's nestled in amongst some tree, in amongst some woodland and everything. It's an area that's converted from an old wood mill, paper mill, I should say. Sorry. Um, and so it's a little triangle of land, as it were, with some apartments and houses on and
It's
things.
Bear.
Yeah, it probably was better. But there's a police car outside here, 3 or 4 police officers outside. There's another police car parked on and sort of blocking a pedestrian bridge. So not a road, pedestrian bridge. Then another police car parked at the far end of the little estate. And then like 2 vans of police coming down. And the police helicopter, the local police helicopter, was hovering over the area as well. It was like so weird, but they didn't seem to be stopping anyone coming and going or questioning people or anything like that. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, but I'm not going to stand around and gawp because I got shit to do.
It is Bear.
Definitely bear. And then when I came back, all the police had disappeared, bar 3 of them in one car, and there was a tow truck taking a car out of the car park. And I'm like incredibly curious about what was going on. But I'm not one of those nosy neighbours that has to go out and find out. So I may never know. There is a I didn't need to get rid of that bit. There is a sort of a residence group for this very particular estate that I live on Facebook, but it's closed. So you got to apply to join it, kind of thing. And quite frankly, I can't be doing that anyway, because it's just going to be full of annoying busybodies who are always moaning about, well, stuff.
Wednesday morning when I was driving to work there were 6 police cars as well and I had to cross the street.
Yikes.
I always worry I'm doing something wrong without knowing.
I think you should know, of all people. Isn't it your job to know?
That's a nosy people thing for sure.
Yeah.
But David actually is Bear. Bear is here.
Bear is. I saw Bear enter. There's definitely a bear. Don't you think it's a little bit suspicious how Bear has entered the realm but hasn't actually dropped in to say hello? That's some guilty behaviour if ever I saw any.
Dave Bear has been talking. Or did I said hello?
Oh!
Am I hallucinating Bear?
Hello, Bear.
Is Bear actually Johnny?
I wasn't glancing down at my screen.
LOL.
I thought we were just having a really good Bear diss session, and he was just being rude and ignoring us. Hey, Bear, how's it going? How was your day? Fuck's sake. But yes, otherwise, I'm doing okay. Still a little bit out of breath and stuff like that. Not quite back to full health, but okay.
Tiring, studying for an exam Monday.
Ooh.
Cyberpunk 2 is gonna be about Bear.
What's the exam on Monday?
Advanced quantum mechanics.
Straightforward. I feel like you should make some kind of joke about the
Sounds
exam,
simple.
but I'm sure you've heard them all before.
As if normal quantum wasn't bad enough.
You should just write the quote from. Oh fuck! Who was it? I forgot who it was now. The joke about if you think you understand quantum mechanics, you don't, kind of thing. Is it Feynman or Bohr? Someone like that. Can't remember.
It's Feynman.
It is Feynman, right?
But the quote is overused.
Yeah.
Oh, this he knows.
Well, it's not about particles, really, is it?
People understand quantum mechanics, we just don't like it.
Yes. I've noticed this with some folk who study physics and things like that. That like, yeah, they know the subject, but they're like constantly annoyed at the conclusions. They can't deny them, but they're annoyed about them.
And we can't accept what it tells us.
Yeah.
Wow, Bear, so you do know what it's like to deal with men. Yes. If my quantum courses are a measure for it.
To be fair, I've dealt with at least one man most of my life. It's not fun.
My dad is a great man, but even he does some of the typical man stuff that genuinely makes me wonder if men would survive on their own.
Well, I like no is the answer. I mean, literally, think about it. Like 2 or 3 weeks back, when my watch said your heart is not working properly, like basically my first thing to do was message Mariella and go, should I do something about this? It just feels like a load of faff.
Lol. Also, what is it with men refusing to take painkillers?
Do I refuse to take painkillers? I don't know that necessarily refuse. I often forget. I don't refuse to, but like sometimes I will sit here in pain and it kind of doesn't occur to me to take a painkiller. But But then sometimes I can sit here thirsty and it doesn't occur to me to drink. I just I think that's just a hyper focus thing.
Funny you say that because you mentioning forgetting painkillers made me drink water.
Yeah, you see, some things are just universal. That's why I was having to remind, you may remember the other evening, I was reminding Mariella to hydrate because, like, a couple of nights earlier, she'd been Minecrafting so intently that she'd even forgotten to drink.
My dad is a chronic cactus. Same. I
I
never take painkillers.
so I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I literally use an app to track how
Why?
much I've drunk. I don't like taking. I struggle to pronounce it. Ibuprofen. I can never say it
Saving them
properly.
for when I really need them, lol.
Yeah. You can tell Bear likes playing adventure games.
Ibuprofen.
Yes, that. I don't like taking that most of the time. In fact, I can't take it at the moment because of the other medication I'm on. But generally, I don't like to take it
It's true.
because it makes me feel like stoned or drunk. It makes me feel really weird. It's a good thing for me to take just before bed because like it just knocks me right out. But I kind of can't take it because it makes me feel drunk.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like seriously. I struggle to form words, and I feel a bit sort of locked in my brain if I take it. It's really, really weird. If I take it just before going to bed, often I'll have an incredibly good night's sleep. But yeah, I can't take it at the moment.
I have to combine 2 ibuprofen with a prescribed painkiller for cramps, lol.
Oh, yikes. I'm glad that phenotypically I have a body that isn't trying to kill me. Well, actually, it kind of is, isn't it? But for different reasons. Let's say typically phenotypically. Oops.
I do get these anti-anxiety meds for cramps also, because there's muscle relaxers in them which makes the cramping less intense.
Oh,
And those give me the best sleeps.
oh, that actually sounds good. I mean, not good that you have to take them, but good that it has that effect.
It's like when you got back from the pool as a kid, and the post-pool nap kicks in. That's the sleep they give me, lol.
I just realised if I was making this more similar to the actual thing, I should have actually, once we got to the bottom of the stairs, pushed through there and pushed through there. I forgot that it opened out. Dang. Right, I'm going to go backwards a bit more.
I wonder if Bear knows what you're building.
Bear was here the other evening when I started it. So probably knows.
He wasn't.
I started it 2 nights ago.
I've not been paying attention, too busy with Roof. You started yesterday.
Did
Bear was
I?
in jail yesterday.
I thought I started this 2 nights ago. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you did? Sorry.
I thought I did, but now you got me doubting that.
I think you started yesterday.
I have to go back and watch the streams now. For some reason, I thought 2 nights
Let me
ago
check.
I started this top bit and then finished this bit, and then last night I started digging down. One of us is having a senior moment. It's probably me. In fact, it's definitely me.
No, because the night before ended with you and Bear in the hole.
Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously I believe you because you'll have gone back and checked the video. I was convinced I started this 2 nights ago. In that case, yes, Bear won't have a clue what I'm building here. You are most correct.
Bear, can you guess? I guessed.
I mean, the clue kind of was in the message that I posted on Discord, wasn't it?
Fallout shelter. Ook. No keen eyes this one.
At least I wasn't building somewhere where you deliver pizza.
Lol. It's a Death Stranding thingy. I forget the name.
Let's go have a look outside.
Hello.
Hey, Kenny. How's it going? There we go.
Hi, Kenny.
How's it going?
I thought it was a bridge on Discord, lol. I see it now.
Haha, right. Oh, I should build a suspension bridge. I like suspension bridges.
or futuristic Titanic.
Let's go for more, I think.
Sam and Higgs can reenact the scene at the front of the ship. I'm doing fine. We finally have some nice weather here, so I spent the evening enjoying a proper own-wheel riding.
Yay! Nice, nice, nice. No spills, I hope.
Dave, what is even going on with that one game you mentioned? People are getting refunds.
Oh, it gets funnier and funnier, doesn't it? My absolute favorite thing that I've seen. So a YouTuber I followed for years, since my son was like 11 or 12, because he started watching him before I did, is well, he was a GTA 5 speedrunner called Dark Viper AU. And he was one of the folk who was sponsored to play it on the release day, Mind's Eye. And so he did a sponsored stream. And like, he was good, he was funny, he was amusing, but it was really fucking awful that he was just like, what even is this game? This game is so terrible. And then when it came to the end of the stream, where he was obviously contractually obliged to recommend, checking the game out and like follow the link and blah 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 and everything, he lost it. He just could not stop laughing. It was just the funniest thing watching him try and keep a straight
What
face.
game?
Mind's Eye. It's basically the new Cyberpunk 2077 on release, although possibly worse. There's been so much nonsense about it as well, because I mean, I'd never heard of it until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it cropped
Haven't
up on
heard
my
of it.
yeah, I hadn't heard of it until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it kind of cropped up on my radar. And so it's been, or has been, built by a software house called Build a Rocket Boy, which again I'd never heard of, but like the studio was founded by a guy whose name I can't remember, I don't really recognize, but apparently he used to work for Rockstar North here in Scotland, and he was like one of the producers of GTA 5. He's got good pedigree, that kind of thing, and decided he was, obviously at some point in the past, decided he was going to go off and start his own game studio or something like that. So, like on paper, it should have all been looking good and everything. But I don't know if it was him or one of his other directors. A few weeks ago, there was some discussion on it. I don't know if it was on the company's Discord or whatever, but it was in public. And like the director had made the suggestion that the reason why there was so much bad press about the game before it was released. It was just like what people had seen from previews and stuff like that. He said that the reason why there was so much bad press was other companies or other bad actors were basically paying people to say bad things about the game, and so like bad intent and all this kind of stuff about the game. And then went on to say, and something along the lines of, we know exactly who that would be, which was like a massive Rockstar North are paying people to say bad things about our game because they're threatened by it, because blah blah blah, nudge nudge, wink wink, and it's like, oh my god, if you're having to start creating conspiracy theories before your game's even released, and by the way, it's the game that you won't really do any review copies of and stuff like that as well. It's not a good look, dude.
Lol, Rockstar being threatened.
I know, right? Like, I mean, come on.
They know it was shit and were doing preemptive damage control.
Yeah, yeah. But like in the worst possible way. Yeah, it's just like, this is the least credible story ever. It just, oh crap.
Why
It
is
looks
their
like
marketing
cope.
strategy to act like a pick-me-go?
Yeah. It's like so much cope. It's kind of embarrassing. Thing is like, of the gameplay I've seen and stuff like that, it looks like it could be a bit of a fun game if it kind of settles down and they fix all the bugs and stuff like that. Watching Dark Viper's, oh fuck's sake, watching Dark Viper's video, it's obvious that some aspects of the story are really cheesy, but on the whole, looks like it could be fun for the right price, especially on sale or something like that. If the bugs were fixed and everything, I'd probably be interested in buying it and playing it. But yeah, some of the animation style and all that kind of stuff looks a bit rubbish, and some of the stuff about the story is incredibly cheesy. But I don't mind a cheesy game. We were talking about this, weren't we, when I was playing RoboCop, that kind of thing. I don't necessarily mind a sort of like kind of cheesy game. It can be fun. So from that aspect, I could be interested in it. But it ain't going well at the moment. And apparently things are not well in the company as well. I mean, some of the people who've been following it along have been sort of looking at the Glassdoor reviews of employees and ex-employees and everything, and a lot of disgruntled employees. Like, I saw in a video I was watching today while I was making dinner, there was...
That's never a good sign.
No. There was some kind of internal memo or something that had been released. This goes back a few months, apparently. But there was this internal memo that was basically about burnout. And, I imagine that burnout can be an issue for game devs, right? Maybe, especially when you're getting close to crunch time and things like that. And apparently this memo, which was like about dealing with burnout and things like that, rather than like, we've had this conversation where I work and everything, and it's about, be mindful of these effects of burnout, and come speak to your line manager and this and that and the other and all this kind of stuff and blah 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 blah. making all the right HR noises, that kind of thing. You expect a company, even if they don't really give a flying fuck, to make all the right HR noises. This company, in their memo, it was basically, if you think you're suffering from burnout, remember, you've probably just forgot the reason
There's
why
no
you're
such
here.
thing as burnout in game dev. They thrive on crunch. Grinning face with smiling eyes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was like, yeah, if you think you're suffering from burnout, it's just because you've forgotten why you're here. Or you've forgotten what the mission is. It's just like, holy shit. Damn.
That's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, I can kind of see why there's some disgruntled employees. Oh, cat got strike. There we go. So yeah, I hope it all works out in the end, and in about a year's time, we're playing it, and we're like, oh my god, do you remember when it was really bad? Ooh. I've been enjoying watching this just because I'm just fascinated from afar kind of thing, but also I sort of missed out on all of the Cyberpunk 2077 drama. Like, I remember it happening, but I paid zero attention to it because I wasn't the least bit interested. I do remember all the drama with No Man's Sky, although that was not so much about it being buggy and about being massively under delivering. It's like No Man's Sky was a game I was actually properly interested in. But yeah, I kind of was aware of the drama.
I remember No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that was wild when it was released. And yeah, there's an amazing redemption arc. Oh shit, he's wrong.
Hi.
Lisa, how are you? Welcome to Friday.
Hi, Lisa.
I'm kind of thinking maybe I will push these walls
Hi,
back.
Lisa.
Maybe what I should do is build back a bit and put bookcases
Busy
there
day. How is everyone else
and
doing?
put glass there. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Ooh, we've lost Bear.
Suffering from deadlines. Oh no, we lost Bear.
better did it.
I am going to chill and chat in the stream a bit. I am playing with one eye open, lol. Not allowed. Leave me be sus. You have to work on that architect career. I will work on the roof later.
She's so demanding. I guess I'm just going to
I
build
came
a
at the
load
right time for the bear and sus battle.
I'm going to have to ping Mariella and Naga to come in and build.
Anything else with that sir at Suskai? Don't misgender me, I will ban you. Please, a sunset, these two were already slandering me before I was here. Sir is not a gendered word. Lol. I am actually listening, but crocheting at the same time, so I can't type or build, rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh my god, everyone's abandoning me tonight because they got better things to do.
Hi everyone, waving hand.
Hello.
Look at they're gaslighting us.
It's happening again though. I'm sat here thinking I can say anything I like about Mariella because she's not turned up.
What are you croaking at, Super Marielle?
And she's actually spying on me.
I asked first, bear.
Well, nothing, because now she's got to type.
No, I was first. You snooze, you lose.
Shit. That's right. Alright, I'm committed to this now. This is the build tonight.
I think a shawl. Mostly been playing around with stitch types and differently sized crochet hooks in order to find out what suits the yarn bee.
Oh, is this the wood pigeon? Is this the wood pigeon yarn?
OBTW bear, Dave is not streaming tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Very cool. That shawl is going to have a fun patterns because of all the different stitches. Abandonment, I detect IT.
Yep, sorry.
The yarn is beautiful. Yes, it's got the wood pigeon colors.
Oh, cool.
Yep, I predicted there would be a crash out. That should be illegal.
Well, going into town with Mariella to go and see Ballerina and have dinner.
It is illegal. Dave just breaks the law. Bad streamer.
It's Mariella's fault, basically.
That's why the police were looking for him today. It makes sense. He basically announced yesterday that he's committing crimes.
Still haven't found out why the police were outside.
I'm actually keeping the stitches quite simple, with some nice details in between. The yarn is variegated, so a too complicated pattern
Would look messy. It's quite a big word. I don't know what that means. I know what messy means. I mean variegated. I mean, if you're all troubled by tomorrow, wait until you find out that I'm probably going to be away for a whole week in
Variegated means that the
July.
colors follow each other quite quickly. So it's a color changing yarn, but not self-striping.
Right.
A whole week. Sus, you hear this?
An actual whole week, probably.
During July. Self-striping means that when you'd work it up, stripes would automatically appear without needing to change yarn.
Oh,
I
cool.
think I have seen yarn like this. It is very beautiful. Can you show it in Discord at Super Marielle?
Go back a bit further.
I'll try take a picture, but I have only got very little, because I keep typing rolling on the floor laughing.
You should live stream your crocheting.
Dave, you should do a dual stream with a crochet cam in the top right corner, lol.
I actually like that idea. Actually, maybe at some point what Mariella and I should do is we'll live stream crocheting together. You can watch me learn. Feels like a kind of random, stupid idea that would end up going like super viral or something. Plus, I'd have to crochet loads of things that are game related, like Cyberpunk and Death Stranding stuff. Let's have a look. That looks really nice.
I've put my 60 or so stitches on Discord, grinning face with sweat. Not much to see there as it's currently a bit curly, which will disappear later.
You all should demand that she pays the cat tax as well.
I was very curious about the yarn. I'm looking forward to teaching Dave to crochet on a live stream, so that everyone can see live how impatient I am rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, we are so doing that now. We are so doing that. Maybe we could combine it. Like, you could teach me
That's content right there.
how to crochet, but also teach me Dutch at the same time.
Bitterballen. Oh ma. I'm not capable of the impossible.
Burn. Right. Ceiling. Shit. Don't know why I felt like it doesn't really matter. Why didn't I do this flying earlier? It would be so much quicker.
I know of a yarn dyer, whose inspiration comes from video games.
Oh, really? Oh, you got to give us a link for them. Is that someone on Instagram? making a mess of this now.
I think so, or Facebook, I'll look it up.
Oh, cool.
We've not even started and you're already turning into a yarn snob rolling on the floor laughing.
I learned from the best. Right. Can't believe even Melina's abandoned me.
Sus never plays either, always excuses. Melina is at a birthday party.
That's a pathetic excuse. Girl has no commitment. There is only Minecraft. Imagine being the kind of person that abandons the stream for a social engagement.
Hey there, mate.
Hey, Mr. Moose. How's it going? Welcome to Friday. Or actually, maybe you're further into Friday than I am, in which case, thanks for the Friday.
Because why would you hang out with friends, when you can sit in your room with the curtains closed playing video games, zany face?
Exactly.
Well, not so good regarding the war, but yeah, hope you're doing well and all. There is Tronyan.
Tronyan, that sounds good. I don't recall where you are, Mr.
It's the same color
but
as my hair.
I hope you're doing okay in that regard. Oh, nice.
I'm from Iran, aka hell itself.
Oh, shit, dude. Yes. I remember you saying now. Well, I hope you and everyone you care about is doing okay.
Hope you're safe, my guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Well, I'm not dead yet, lol.
That's definitely a bonus. That is definitely a bonus.
Keep it that way.
I need some Tron yarn. Tron yarn sounds cool. Oh,
Haha, I don't want to ruin the mood for y'all. So what are you building tonight?
hey, it's okay. You're not actually ruining the mood. It's a thing that you're going through. It's a thing you're experiencing. So don't apologize for that. So what I'm building tonight is I'm kind of building a thing that's sort of inspired by the distribution centers in Death Stranding. Kind of heading
You
that
need to
way.
practice with cheap yarn first, face with monocle.
You mean you're not going to let me start with your best yarn?
Looks pretty cool so far.
Oh, thank you. Damn, I should have gone. I'm going to have to cope with the fact that the lights aren't quite
If you
balanced.
want to practice with expensive yarn, you'll have to buy it yourself. At Super Mario that makes no sense. Dave's the type to advise buying the newest iPad Pro to someone wanting to learn digital art. Lol sus, I was gonna say this.
I'll just do to Mariella what she's doing to her cat. I'm going to gather all of her hair and turn it into yarn.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, is it bookcase or bookshelf?
I'll be getting the supply, so why not rolling on the floor laughing?
One of those. I'll have one of those. Ah. Oh, the book's only on one side. Oh no, the books are all around. Okay, I'll go with books. I need to do the back wall first. Who put that there? Oh, shit. Fill that in because I can't abide there being holes. Go. Like something like that. Yeah, do it like that. We'll have to have two there. That's
Are
okay.
there bookcases in the actual building?
No, they're in the building. It's more shelving for parcels. So I kind of figured this was the closest I could come up with as shelves of parcels. Oops. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to look okay. And then I want that. Kind of like that. No need to do it over that side and at the back. Why did I think this was a good idea? I just realised I didn't count how far back I went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 back. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's the back wall. There. Okay.
No weirdos yet.
No, it's quiet tonight. Weird though, isn't it?
Oh, here though. Weirdo.
Yeah, but you're typical for this stream.
Ook. You'd think Friday night would be a good time to be weird in the stream.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. It's like it's school nights are the worst.
I really like your stream's vibe, and how genuinely friendly you are. Brings me hope in humanity, lol.
Oh, cheers, dude. That's really kind of you. Yeah, we're just kind of here and chilling and having fun and things like that. And back at you as well. It's always
There
nice
is
to
no
have
hope.
folk who.
Yeah.
Good point. But yeah, we're generally pretty chill and daft here. And we have our serious moments. Sometimes people turn up and pick little fights with us and try and engage us in contentious conversations, shall we say, and we'll sometimes indulge them. There are certain subjects that will get me wanting to go into debate mode, but on the whole, yeah, we just like chill and have fun. I think Mr. Moose is right though. If everyone, if everyone in the world was like me, it'd be a much better place. But the problem is the world's too arrogant, right?
Not really.
So,
Because we'd have a jury in court.
and you'd understand why it's the correct way of doing things.
Yeah, haha. No uneducated opinions in my courtrooms.
Yes, because people who are trained in law are experts in all the subjects that they have to deal with.
BTW, the dude who replied to my application does criminal law.
Oh, that's good, right? Is that a thing you want to do? I mean, that's the kind of thing that gets you a trophy husband.
Congrats, sus. Yes, it would be super cool.
Oh, nice. I know for some people it's not quite their thing.
No, bear, he didn't accept it yet. He said he'd get back to me. That's not a no. Which means it is probably a yes. Ook. It's a conditional yes. You want to have non-expert random people in court, but you've seen in science how annoying that is.
I knew she
Lol,
couldn't
I knew
resist.
Marielle would back me up.
I was going to say, I knew she couldn't resist. I pictured her furiously putting down her yarn. uh, Dutchies and their love for fascist court systems. It's just fascinating. I can see why Starship Troopers is her favourite movie.
Bear agrees with us as well if I remember correctly. Yes. I carefully laid my yarn down as it's not my yarn's fault that your opinion is wrong. LOL.
I don't know why I surround myself with such people. I really don't.
I wonder why everyone says Dutchies are rude. We're just honest. I see a pattern, Dave.
You know, both things can be true, right? Do you know, sometimes I have to remind Mariella to stop being so English. Sometimes she's actually polite, and I have to remind her.
Terrible habit.
I know, right? I mean, she doesn't even live in England.
I enjoy being polite to people who dislike me.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Holy shit, that sounds familiar.
Whenever I'm polite, either no one understands what I'm trying to say or they're terrified. LOL. Kill them with kindness is the best approach.
Wait, but you're always nice to me. Now I'm confused.
It is. It's so satisfying because it really confuses them.
See?
LOL. Ulma. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Fucking walked into that one, didn't I? What? Why are there two iron blocks back there? The hell? Where did they come from? Did I put those in there? That's super weird. Did I put them there and I just don't remember? I didn't put those there. That's super weird. Oh, I did put them there. Yes, I remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Because that's where the wall is. Okay, that makes sense now.
Wait, Bear left without twerking.
Bear did leave without twerking. What's that all about?
How can he speak of betrayal if he is the one doing the betraying?
This is true.
I will put no worries. Dementia's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yes, I'm that many years old. Brain is starting to fade. Oh, crap. Right. Hang on a second. I need one of these. Blimey, this is taking a bigger job than I was imagining. I'm trying to decide now if I should do the crochet live streaming on this channel, on a new channel, or just like try it on Twitch. I'm kind of inclined to say on this channel. I can make it as random as fuck. Oh, I've fucking done it again.
Dave, are you secretly going to see the Peppa Pig movie tomorrow?
Peppa Pig movie. I didn't even know there was a Peppa Pig movie. But no, most definitely not. Going to see Ballerina. Promise. These are actually a Peppa Pig movie.
My mum wants to see Lilo and Stitch this weekend.
I could
If he
almost be
wants to see
convinced.
that, he can go by himself, squinting face with tongue.
Lilo and Stitch would be fun. I didn't watch all the stuff that my lad watched when he was wee.
You should do that, sus. The trailer looks a lot of fun. That's technically what somebody who's gonna secretly watch it would say.
Fuck's sake, found out. I hate having so many smart people turn up on my stream. You just can't get away with shit. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch was like one of the few cartoons and stuff that my lad watched when he was little that I would kind of avidly watch because I actually really liked it. It was like fun, but actually really wholesome. Like I said, I always like Phineas and Ferb as well. Phineas and Ferb was great.
There was a TV series based off of it as well. Mum and I watched it every morning before I went to school.
Well, that's what I'm on about. The TV series. That's what my lad used to watch. Oh, is it a movie as well? I only ever remember it being a TV show. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else he watched that I was
Yeah,
into.
the origin starts with a movie.
Oh, right. I don't think I knew that. I don't think I knew that.
How Stitch ends up on Earth and stuff.
Oh, actually, now you mention it, I don't think I know Stitch's origin story. I just kind of accepted that there was this alien creature that lived in Hawaii, isn't it? Um, I just accepted that.
I liked this show a lot too. Stitch is basically a terrorist. My son was Blue Clues, Little Einsteins, The Bear and the Big Blue House.
Oh fuck! Blue's Clues and
And he
Little
learns how to be
Einsteins.
good.
I'd forgotten about those. Yeah, my lad used to watch Little Einsteins. I'm pretty sure. Bear in a Big Blue House I know of, but I don't know that it ever really showed here in the UK, or I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe you
Bear
did
in the
watch
Blue
it.
House was awesome.
Maybe, yeah, it probably was on TV somewhere, but I don't remember that one. But Little Einsteins rings a bell.
Welcome to the Blue House, hello from the small mouse. Because it has a bear, duh. Bear's reality TV show. Rolling on the floor laughing.
And most of the things I enjoyed as a kid are incredibly dated. Haven't been on TV for a long time.
I liked the weird obscure cartoons.
Yeah, I remember you used to get some
Courage the
odd
Cowardly
stuff.
Dog, Cat Dog.
Uh, I remember sometimes you get these odd.
Rocco's Modern Life.
I don't know any of those. I can remember as a kid sometimes getting these odd sort of dubbed into English sort of Scandinavian cartoons, which were always just like, I don't know, it's like they decided like we should take this sort of drug-induced fever dream
I
and
of
make
course had
kids watch
Sesame
it.
Street. But better than that was Fraggle Rock.
They were both of those were a bit after my time. Um, when I was a kid, I used to watch the Muppets, obviously. That was pretty popular on UK TV.
I remember Fragile Rock.
Fragile Rock.
So much better than the Muppets.
Oof, that's fighting talk.
Fraggle Rock. Stupid autocorrect. Marielle is on fire today. The big garbage blob of a man scared me.
I've been called many things in my life, but never that.
I used to watch Dungeons and Dragons, and then they just stopped it, right in the middle. My childhood was nearly ruined rolling on the floor laughing.
One of my favourite cartoons when I was a kid was a thing called Battle of the Planets. I used to love Battle of the Planets.
One of my favorite cartoons was Ren and Stimpy.
Never watched it myself, but I know of it.
The series follows the adventures of the title characters Ren Hoek, a psychotic chihuahua with an asthmatic voice, and Stimpson J. Cat, and no.
And
30 years or so later someone published what would have been the final script. Not sure if it was real, but the story was good and finally I
Finally, I
never
had
was on the
closure.
electric fence.
There's some very quintessentially British things I used to watch as a kid, like Bagpuss and Mary Mungo and Midge. I'm trying to think of the names of anything else I used to watch now. Oh no, don't want to go that high. I don't want to go that high. Oh no, I was going up to the top, wasn't I? There's some genuinely
Wait, are you
scary
English
stuff.
or Dutch, if you don't mind me asking? I got confused.
So, I personally am originally from England, so I'm English. Mariella is Dutch, and Sus is Dutch, and Bear is probably Dutch. But I am trying to learn Dutch, and I have been to the Netherlands, and will be going again. But these days I live in Scotland.
I am a bear, I don't recognize human borders. Oh cool, thanks. I have Dutch blood
Pleasure.
but live in America. There is like that strange townie with slight delusions but we just accept it. I just live here.
Yeah, these days
LOL.
I consider Scotland my home. Well, it is my home, obviously, but like, it's a place I, feel I have a connection to and enjoy living in. Wouldn't want to move back down south. Should be able to go one back, and there should be one left. I think I went too far. Yeah, I did. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Are they 5 in length? Or did I get this completely wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. I got that wrong. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pity's sake. Okay. Yeah. Fine. What arsehole miscounted these? Sus Carrie looking at the screen because otherwise she would have said Bear did it. I thought I could dig
Well,
that
I was thinking about it, but Bear probably knows how to count on a good day.
out. Unlike me, I'm a software developer, so I can't count. That's why I program compute,
Lol.
so I don't have to. Ass. Went too far. Okay. I didn't really want to do that, did I? But that's fine. Fill that back wall in. can't leave the holes. Just can't do it. Way.
The internet is pretty bad because of the current situation, so I guess I'm getting off the stream now.
Okay, Mr. Moose, it was good to see you. You take it easy. Stay safe. We'll be thinking of you. And genuinely hope we bump into you again at some point soon.
Take care.
Man.
Hopefully I can watch the stream next time. Thanks a lot, Dave, and all the people in chat for being here.
Yep. I should be back Sunday evening. And we'll probably be around all of next week.
Good luck, man.
Sucks so much. Like, dude just wants to chill on the internet, hang out with random folk, have a laugh. We got this fun, cool tool for doing that. It should be enough. Okay. Right. A back wall back there. I think we'll leave 2. Leave 2 there. Right. Didn't have to go back quite the same, but I'll try and make it similar.
At Super Mario, do you have peppercoic/on-bigged coic in Scotland?
Need to know what that is.
Unfortunately not. Oh no.
But we got homebrew, so we win. And haggis. And good black pudding. I'm trying to think what that would be. Is that like breakfast something? Gonna have to stop and search for that.
It can be breakfast or snack.
Well, yeah, I was just trying to infer from the name what it might mean.
I think you might have had it. It's the soft, yet chewy, quite spicy cake, dark-colored. And they were
Oh!
separately wrapped. I
Oh,
think about 7x.
think about some by food. Yes, I'm just looking at the pictures now. Did I have that? Was that something your mum had?
But you can buy big ones that you cut up yourself, but those are not so convenient for travel. I think so.
Right. Yes. Yes. It looks. I'm just looking at pictures now. It does actually look familiar.
I'd kill for some peppercorn RN. I'll likely have plundered her cupboard before traveling. I like how it says pepper coke.
Holy shit! It's nearly 9 o'clock already. Okay. So it'll be that there, and then there'll be leave 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm about halfway back to where I want to be. I need some light. Right, I definitely put those there. That was me. I put them there. When I discover those, it's because I put them there. Oh, random thing, Mariella. When I was at Tesco at lunchtime, I just randomly saw a dude walking around with an empath t-shirt on.
That is awesome. I knew there should be more people with good taste around.
Yeah. And he was relatively young as well. And by that I mean probably in his 30s somewhere. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. Right, cool. Yes, I was mildly disappointed I didn't have my Power Nerd t-shirt on.
Are you implying that I listen to old stuff? Face with raised eyebrow.
I mean, you hang out with old stuff.
Now you'll always have to wear your Power Nerd t-shirt when you go to Tesco.
Yeah, just in case. Might have to buy one of those moth t-shirts after all. Because maybe, like, given that he had an empath t-shirt, maybe that's the last tour he went on. So I could have a moth t-shirt and go, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
currently
no.
wearing my Aryan t-shirt. He'll likely like that too.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm starting to miss shooting things. I might have to play a shooty game soon. I haven't shot anything for ages. Can they do that still? There we go. Oops. Ah, damn it. Do it again. Who put that there? What an idiot. I was super happy to get Minecraft working on my Steam Deck this morning. It means I can tinker in Minecraft anywhere and any time now.
Means you have no excuse to skip stream when you're in the Netherlands.
Sadly, not the case though, because you can't really stream off a Steam Deck. It doesn't have streaming capabilities, which is actually mildly disappointing.
Lies. Objection.
Overruled.
Same. Objection. Always excuses.
I'll just have to take my PlayStation 5 over there with me. Or, hear me out, I buy a PlayStation 5 Pro and use that as my PlayStation here.
Just steal Bez.
But then take my old PlayStation 5 over to the Netherlands and leave it over there. That seems like a plan. I need to do the floor, don't I?
No, I need it.
What was kind of amusing about getting it going on the Steam Deck was, so you can't run Minecraft. You can't get Minecraft Bedrock Edition on Steam. Like, that's just not a thing. But of course, the Steam Deck runs SteamOS, and SteamOS is Linux basically. And it turns out if you go into desktop mode, so you're actually just in a Linux desktop on the Steam Deck, you can then install the Bedrock launcher. And the Minecraft Bedrock launcher, which is for Linux, actually installs and runs the Android Minecraft client game application. And as luck would have it, I'd forgotten about this, but that was actually the first version of Minecraft I ever bought. Like, more.
How do you know if a game runs on Steam Deck?
If you look on the Steam store, it should tell you if it's verified or there's basically unknown, unsupported, works with some caveats and is verified. So it should tell you. And if it's unknown, then it's up to you. Just figure it out. You can always try it and then get a refund. But yeah, before I even bought the Java version of Minecraft, I actually owned the Android version because I remember buying it for an Android tablet I had a long time ago, back in the very early days of Android, because my lad, when he was fairly young, wanted to play Minecraft, and I didn't really have a PC for him to play it on at that time. So that's the version he played.
Android.
Yeah. So, I'd forgotten that I actually owned the Android. Still to this day, I own the Android version of Minecraft, so that's how I got it running on the Steam Deck for free. I did say Android, didn't I? Is that why you asked that? Did I say something different? It's entirely feasible I said something different. Right, let's have a think. Should come in 2, bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, perfect.
I asked because of all the pro-Apple behavior.
Oh, right. Oh, well, for the longest time, I used to
Bonk.
use I used to use Android devices. You would never have got me using. I would have been seen dead using an Apple device. Like, not a fucking chance. So my very first smartphone was a HTC Magic, which was the second ever, leaving aside like the original prototype sort of thing, the second ever Android phone. And I used Android phones for ages and ages and ages. And it was, I'm sure I've told this story before, back in 2013, I think it was. So I was always an avid Linux user from back from about 1994. I used to run Slackware and things like that. But by about 2013, I hadn't used Linux on the desktop for quite some time. I still had Linux servers, but I didn't have a Unix/Linux desktop machine. And I was kind of hankering for a Linux desktop machine again. And I was looking around and trying to decide what distro I'd use and what hardware I wanted and stuff like that. And then I was like, maybe I should actually try, FreeBSD or something like that instead. And then I was like, do you know what though? These days, Mac OS is just a Unix basically. Maybe I should actually give that a go. So I ended up buying an iMac and actually liked it. And so having had the iMac for a while, I then decided I wanted to have a go at doing some iOS, because I tinkered with Android development. I'd done some the Palm Pilot development back in the day and everything. So I was like, it might be fun to do some, iOS development. Maybe I should look at doing that. So I bought a cheap iPod just to get used to using iOS and maybe doing some coding for it. And I kind of grew to like that. And so over time, I then, when I next needed to replace my tablet, which was an Android tablet at that point, Google hadn't come out with a replacement for any of its tablets because it did some good tablets back in the day. And so I thought, do you know what? I can use all the Google stuff on iOS these days. I'll get an iPad. So then I got an iPad. And then, fast forward a bit more. And by that point, I was only really using Macs as my desktop work environments and things like that. And come the pandemic, my Android phone, what was I using? Pixel 2a. Not 2a, Pixel 2 something. It was the big one, the big Pixel 2. I've forgotten the name of it now. It was getting a bit long in the tooth, and Google weren't coming out with a replacement. They'd actually announced that they were postponing an update to any of their phones because pandemic and things. And Apple were about to release a new one, so I thought, try an iPhone? And that's how it happened. It just kind of kept creeping up on me. And now these days, I've just, because, ecosystem, ended up with everything. TV, watch, computer, you name it.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, yeah, it just kind of snuck up on me.
And then the Apple Watch saved your life.
Yes, ironically. There we go. Yeah, got all the Apple things now.
First night I had my Apple Watch was before a school trip I had signed up for but did not want to go to at all. So I had panic attacks all night. And the watch kept giving me warnings.
Oh no. I mean, at least it was working, right?
Poor thing had to work overtime in the first 24 hours. Good test.
Yes. Oh, everyone needs to look at Discord. Oh, everyone needs to look at Discord. Feed your cat, Mariella. I'd have fed her by now. Lisa, just so you know, I would have fed you by now. I'd have given her the best food. I should probably put like a delivery terminal thing here, shouldn't I? What could that be made out of?
That is a very pretty cat.
She's so pretty, she really is. And so snuggly as well. Cartography table. That makes sense. Can you stack things? Because I feel like it should be a... Oh, won't go on there. Damn.
I'm going to try and make yarn out of her fur. I'm so looking forward to that. Oh my goodness. I'm so yawny. You should crochet a mesa out of her fur.
I think that's kind of the plan.
And then give it to her and watch her in confusion. Rolling on the floor laughing. My dog got angry at the ball I made out of his fur. LOL.
Oh, interesting how the stairs act
My
quick
cat loves
work the
everything
same
I
way.
make, regardless if it's for her or not.
Mariella made her a really nice little cat bed. And she fits in it perfectly. She looks so cozy.
I've put a crochet cactus at work, as she kept stealing it and running around with it while meowing loudly.
To be fair, she does that with real cactus as well. Hey, there he is. I can hear the
Ooh,
dragon.
I should have made something less threatening.
Oh! The dragon can swim.
Cactuses are just a challenge.
Ow. Yeah, kind of pleased with how this has turned out.
Bear promised twerking.
He did.
I am doing. One sec.
I am Ying.
Lol.
Oh, you can twerk while flying. Who knew? I spammed him with fireworks and then he just like disappeared. There we go. It's like the new roach race. We can't finish a stream without some bear twerking.
Mao. It just looks so funny in the bearskin.
It does. It's kind of perfect. It wouldn't be funny otherwise. And the wings make it work.
Oh Mao when he looks around as well.
Yes. There's that light twerk, but look over the shoulder. If only he could wink. It's too perfect. I got the picture.
LOL.
I didn't quite catch it. Right. Well, I think that is me for the evening. Kind of fading a bit now. I should go and get some more drink and stuff like that. It's been fun, you guys. Oh shit.
Oh Mao.
Got it.
He's putting on quite the show.
Did he crash, rage quit, or what?
Oh no.
We explodified bear.
LOL. Show's over.
I didn't even have to
IT is
pay.
bedtime champions.
Twerking show is still cheaper than shopping at Melina's shop. Right, yes. I'm gonna.
This is him soft launching his of.
Right, you have a good rest of your evening, guys. You sleep well, Bear, if you're heading to bed.
I am making an of a twerking bear.
You should totally do that. So yeah, thanks for being here, Bear and Surs and Kenny and Mariella. And if there's anyone else out there who's looking over our shoulders,
Good night everyone.
thanks for being here.
Good night everyone.
And to anyone who may catch the recording at some point in the future, thanks for watching as well. And good night.